This deal with craft racing and more. And we're at Woodhaven. No racing this weekend, just Woodhaven. What are we doing today? Well, we got our new Ego 56 volt 20-inch saw. And we've got a nice big 7.5 amp hour battery. So we'll just pop that in there. There she is, got a full battery. And then we can go full speed with this thing. Battery's big enough. If you put a smaller battery in, it will only let you go with 2 settings and not 3. And if you want to save your power, just make it go as slow as possible. Alright, so squeeze trigger and see what happens. We got nothing. I didn't even read the directions, I just plugged it in. Plugged battery in and it should be going. We'll have to figure out what's going on. Alright, so basically I just needed to do the protector, turn it on. That shows unlocked backwards, locked forward. So it was forward, now it's backwards, and we squeeze the trigger. Alrighty. So I don't have any way to get this filmed doing the work, so we'll just be back in a bit. So that's the first battery gone. It is a 7.5 amp hour. It's the largest battery I have. And let's see what it cut. Alright, so there we go. Alright, we split that one in half. We cut this one into 4 sections. We're not touching this one yet. I might need my floor jack to do that one. But down here, all of these logs that were here have been cut up. Now these might not be all the way through, but you can't touch your chainsaw into the dirt or you dull your chain really fast. So we do not touch the dirt. So now what I'm going to have to do is individually push. These two are ready to go, but the whole reason of stopping was because I ran out of power. So I have another right up there by the saw is the other battery, and then we're going to put that bugger in, but that's only a 5 amp hour, so it's not going to last as long. It's not going to cut as much, so it's not going to cut all this, but it'll finish up this. I've got these two to cut. I've got this to cut. Eventually those two back there, I will be cutting those also. Even though those are not on the property, I'm going to cut them and bring them back on the property because those were our trees that fell when that tree fell. That thing is still sitting up there. There's nothing holding it up. It's just wedged in there. If we had an earthquake, it would fall down. Yeah. Someday I'll maybe figure out how to get it down. Anyways, these trees are dead, so those 2 trees need to come down, but they're not on our property. So I have to decide with Woodhaven what's happening. I'll chop them down for them. I'm more than happy to chop all that down and get free firewood. That tree's dead also. In fact, this one is dead also. So, you know, there's a bunch of trees here. Both of these are leaning towards me. That one's leaning right towards the shed. And that one will just fall that way. That one will actually fall right over our path. Our path is right there. Boom. And goes out that way. And if that tree were to fall that way, it would fall right over our path. But then I would take my beautiful Ego 20-inch 56-volt chainsaw and rip right through those. So I also have to cut these down. Got to get these down to where they're on the slope. I'm not going to touch the ground with them at all. I got that one also. Got that giant one over there I got to do. I do have that one over there also. So there you go. I'm going to put the other battery in the chainsaw and keep going. But that should be it for now. Maybe we'll make another video, or maybe we'll add on to this one. Fast forward a few moments later. All right, let's see what we've got done. All right. Sweeping from left to right, or sorry, from right to left. Ginger says she wants to investigate using those 3 stumps as steps over here. I think it's a good idea. We'll sand them down, get them as level as we can, and put them here. Alex did these. Grandson Alex made these all on his own. But anyways, as you can see, we've got everything down here. And it feels like it's 100 degrees here, so I might be done for now. I'm not sure, but yeah. All this has got to get picked up and moved into that pile over there, which I'm extending to this tree. So it's going to be from the tree all the way over to the other side. We haven't had an errant one roll over there. It's nice because it was on a hill. So I just rolled them all down, and that's where they all ended up. This thing weighs over 100 pounds. That's where those ended up. Yep. So I don't think I'll be moving these today. We have about an hour and 10 minutes. We got to go look at a Class A motorhome in another part of the park Ginger wants to look at. All right, so very nice. Now all this wood has been cleaned up. All these trees have been cleaned up. Make it easier to cut the grass and other things. What I've started now is getting rid of these stumps. And so we got the chainsaw there, and I am chopping, but I was too hot, needed a break. All right, so that's it for now. That's it, getting this wood done, and we'll be on to the next project. Steve with Craft Racing and more. All right. Eating a freezer pop because it's like 100 degrees out here. Feels like 100 degrees, about 90. Anyways, let's flip her around. All right. So imagine the trees, stumps are not chopped down, and there's these big ass dead trees. There's one there too. But this is what the property looked like before I chopped down any trees. So it hasn't looked like that since last year. Those trees were chopped up in December. And now I finally got them cut up in August. So there's the wood pile. All I got left to do now is cut the stumps, same angle as the slope. Oh, sounds like Wayne, our neighbor who lives there, who only came for a couple hours to do some watering and yard maintenance, is on his way out. One last look. This is Steve with Craft Racing and more. And we're out.